Hello everyone, this is gonna be a short Starbreaker guide. I'm gonna go over rotation I'm using, the skill build, the gear build, and that's pretty much gonna be it. So let's start with the actual skill build I'm using. Those are the skills I'm using. Very important to have this ult as your first ult, then follow up with this one. And this skill order is also very important to have it like this. Just smoother to play like that. Those are the points. Now, some people might ask, why am I not using this skill? I do not like it because it forces me to the ground. Especially in hex chess, there's often times where you wanna stay in the air. You don't wanna go forced into the ground. You wanna stay in the air. You wanna keep DPSing in the air. It just makes it easier to stay alive, to not get one shot by some random ground fire dot or anything else. It's just way easier to dodge attacks in the air in hex chess. So that's why I'm not using this skill. And another thing I want to talk about is the Flamebound effect. So some people have been saying that Flamebound state makes all your damage deal pyro damage. This is wrong. This is completely wrong. Flamebound only makes you deal extra pyro damage. It just puts 4 to like 12.4% of your damage as pyro damage on top of the damage you're already doing. That's the only thing it's doing. It doesn't actually change all your skill damage to pyro. That's not what it's doing. So for you to actually utilize pyro enhancement, which is a massive, a very important stat to scale your damage, you need pyro attack. And pyro attack would be from your crack insignia, but you also can get pyro attack from set piece. Sacred Hero set piece. 2 set piece, gain pyro attack. But you also, if you don't have anything of that, and you wanna, let's say, rank, do some ranking, maybe you wanna do the raid, you really need the damage, you can use food buffs. And it will be this food buff. I don't know the name of it, but yeah. This one gives you 22 pyro enhance, and it makes all your attacks do pyro damage. So, now that we got this out the way, let's get to actually the key I'm using. So I'm using the Cestus of the Battle Dragon. This is the best weapon for this class. There's no debate about anything else. This is the only weapon that you want to have. If you like, if you want the best weapon, this is it. Obviously, you can use Celestial Cestus. You can use Mirage Gold, but only as a temporary weapon, not as your end game. The moment you drop Cestus of the Battle Dragon, you switch over. So, about the build. So you're using obviously your class set. Wanna get the 5 piece. You also wanna get all your class items. Very simple for now. You just get the class items, and that's it. You chill. For the future, once you start farming the hex chest raid, and maybe dropping those things, the only set that's viable for this class is the chariot set. The chariot set is the only one that actually makes sense, actually improves the damage by quite a lot, and you want to run at 3 piece. You will run 3 piece chariot and 2 piece of flaming command. I'm not quite sure yet which pieces I will keep and which pieces I will replace. So for now I will not talk about that. All I'm gonna say is that this is the set that you wanna go for. And you wanna do a 2-3 split. 2 pieces Flaming Command and 3 pieces Mighty Chariot. Now, so this is out the way. Let's talk about the rotation. So, The rotation I'm about to showcase is using the pay-to-win pets. This is the rotation I have learned myself, that I'm using on rankings, using on everything I'm doing. So I'm just gonna showcase this one first, and then I'm gonna showcase another rotation, which I think is the best one for not using the pets at all. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna showcase the rotation I'm actually using on ranking. Okay, I did some small mistakes, but it's overall around the rotation kinda using. So, as you can see, the highest damage is obviously Flaming Hook. Flaming Hook is by far the highest DPS, your best skill, and this is the skill you wanna stack. After that, Scorch Flare with the pet is very strong, especially in shorter fights, because you're able to reduce the cooldown of the ult by quite a lot, and the ult hits very, very hard. Fizz Cannon, Burning Meteor, Melting Blitz, all are really, really close by. Especially Fizz Cannon and Burning Meteor are like really good. Hyperdrive Skyfall, I messed up the last cast, so it's a bit lower than it should be. Usually it's a bit higher, so I messed that up. Besides that, as you can see, Blazing Impact, Fury Flurry, no damage really. It's negligible, I guess. Not really that big, but it's still it's alright. It's just mainly used as filler, mainly used to get your Garg up. As you can see, basic attacks, 60 of them, it's not a big deal, so never build any basic attack damage, for sure. So this would be basically the rotation for pay to win with the pet. And now I'm gonna do a rotation without the pet. you can see, the cooldown issues are massive without the pet for this class. So, as you can see, without any pet usage, I didn't use the buff pet and I didn't use the active from the cooldown pet. I forgot that the cooldown pet has actually another passive that resets random cooldown every 40 seconds. So that was used in this. So it's sadly not a completely full legit try, but you can definitely see that the DPS dropped by quite a lot. It dropped massively because I'm unable to fit both ults at the same time. I'm not getting the buff from the pet, the damage buff. I'm not getting the cooldown resets. Getting overall less casts from the skills. And this ends up in way lower DPS. So yes, the pets are very pay to win. There's no going about that. If you have the pets, you're doing way more damage than other people that do not have the pets. The pets are pay to win. Yeah. And if you want to rank, the pets are mandatory. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But so this was about my Starbreaker guide. Pretty straightforward. Nothing crazy about it. But yeah, don't forget, guys, you don't do pyro damage. Yeah, get the insignia, get your pyro set, so you don't grief yourself and you don't grief your own damage. That's it from me. Besides that, I do stream the game on Twitch, so if you wanna watch me play Starbreaker, yeah, make sure to hop in. Anyways, bye bye.